whatever Brinkley is doing now to fix this leak problem, this water intrusion problem, it seems to either be making people very happy with their purchase, or they're at least getting people out of them and either into a new unit or completely out and done with Brinkley. So good job. Big applause to Brinkley RV for doing the right thing. And I know sometimes people don't understand the process, but to do it in less than a year is very impressive, especially when you consider what was going on with frame flex and frame failure and Grand Design at the time, which they're doing a good job, by the way. Still want to make sure everybody understands they're doing a good job getting things done. But you got to give credit where credit's due. Great job by them. And I want to hear the same thing from people. If you are truly having a leak problem, whether you're in a Facebook group, whether you're anything, and you reach out to me, I don't think you need to reach out to me. I mean, I'd like to hear the story. I'd like to know what Brinkley does with it. But I think at this point, just like the bathroom issue with the fifth wheels with Alliance, been fixed, done, taken care of. I'm not getting any more complaints about that. We all know about what's been going on with Grand Design and frame failure, frame flex. And now with Brinkley basically doing what is the right thing, which is fixing these problems and these leaky trailers and fifth wheels, I don't think that I need to be involved until or unless they decide to stop helping people, which I doubt that would happen, because if they've already started and they're pretty much through almost everybody that contacted me in summer of last year through about mid-fall, that means almost everybody's going to get that. That means I'm pretty confident by middle of next year, everybody will be taken care of. So let me explain why like 7, 8, 9 months is impressive. Because I think people misunderstand and think that a company like Brinkley should just snap their fingers and just wave a magic wand and fix all the bullshit with their leaky experimental seal. Okay? Well, first off, let's start with a prejudice that not every single person, but a couple of manufacturer executives have with me. They are prejudiced against me. They hate me. They don't like me. And there's 3 specific. Everybody else, they either deal with me or they're like, hey, you know what? It doesn't seem to be harming our industry, so let's just go with it. Okay? There you go, Christy. Yep. So why 9 months is you have me, who they call, well, their executive called me a blowhard in his $150,000 car with his $10 million bank account. But on the other hand of things, you have dealerships and repair centers that when you see a leak on an 8-month-old unit, the first instinct is that's maintenance. Okay, let's look at the Alliance shower issue. The Alliance shower issue was a leaky shower that started very small and it ended up just stupid where it flipped people's coach. Okay, but dealerships would not submit the warranty claim to Alliance to just raise their hand and say, hey, there's an issue here. And even if Alliance turned it down originally, or if it was Rockwood who turned it down, or Winnebago, or Grand Design, or Genesis Supreme, or any of these manufacturers turn it down, it's still on record that this was a problem. Okay, so if I'm Brinkley RV, okay, and let's just sit in their shoes. Let's take Goldenberg out and his calling people name and crybabying on the internet. let's set that aside. Let's say I'm an executive, I'm a product manager of a manufacturer, and I've got 3 YouTubers complaining about this. I've got maybe half a dozen videos on Facebook, but no dealerships have submitted a warranty claim about this problem. Either the dealership, excuse my language, but said either fuck it, it's too much work to submit to warranty, I'll just take care of it and skip warranty and skip the claim because it costs more money to file the claim than I'm going to make, in warranty, because warranty pays jack shit in the RV industry. Or hey, well, it's a body seal. So a body seal isn't covered under warranty. Now, normally they're right. That's maintenance. But because of that, they may not have submitted the warranty claim for each of these incidents where a consumer had a floor leaking, a rotting floor, a leak coming through their front cab. I mean, there are so many versions of this leak. So if I'm a product manager, I'm like, there's nothing wrong. This YouTuber's smoking crack. He just hates Brinkley because he's jealous. I mean, there's all kinds of things in people's minds, right? But see, what I was hoping people would do, and I assume got done, was people stopped going to the dealer and started calling Brinkley directly and saying, I've got a leak issue. Because then at that point, if you're Brinkley RV or Grand Design or Genesis or Alliance or Forest River or Coachman or any of these manufacturers, now all of a sudden, in 5 months, you've gotten, let's say, 50 or 60 complaints a month from stuff that's 2024, 25, 26. You're like, wait a minute, there might be something about this. So then the next step is, well, folks, come on down to our factory and we'll get it repaired for you. Hint, hint, wink, wink. We don't know what the problem is. And it's not like dealers are telling us what the problem is. So come down to the factory and we'll take care of you. And we'll give you a factory tour. And let me show you all the new stuff we're doing. And let me stroke your ego for a little bit. And, be a salesperson. And, all that crap, right? And then all of a sudden, slowly but surely, you start having independent service centers, like several of the guys I talked to in North Carolina and Florida and California and Texas and all these states, and they start telling you about it. And then all of a sudden, something occurs, a game plan. How are we going to fix it? What's going to be the next step? How are we going to deal with this? How are we going to deal with that? Then you got to take everybody case by case. So in reality, let's say they started working on this in October, or the first complaints directly to Brinkley from the consumer base was in October, and we're in May of 26. To me, that's very fast. And then that's not sarcasm. That's fast because it's something not being reported. Now, if there was an air conditioner problem, here's the biggest difference that people don't understand. If this was an air conditioner problem, Brinkley would have known about it within 30 days. Forest River would have known about it within 30 days. Genesis Supreme would have known within 30 days. All these companies would have known because that's going to be filed under warranty every single time. Because an appliance, there's no excuse not to. Now, what am I really saying? I'm saying that the manufacturers really need to have an internal conversation with themselves about how they deal with dealership partners and warranty. Because the only manufacturer of RVs that actually really takes care of the dealer when it comes to warranty work is Winnebago Motorhomes. That's it. Everybody else is a big pain in the ass. Yes, Grand Design. Yes, Brinkley, Forest River. Yes, even my favorite manufacturers, Alliance and Genesis Supreme and all these guys, they treat service departments and service guys like fourth-rate citizens a lot of times. And a lot of that does not stem from being biased, but stems from, well, it only takes my guy 30 minutes to do that hot water heater. Yeah, but your guy is doing it in 30 minutes with the coach stripped down. He didn't have to remove these 3 cabinets and recaulk and reseal this. So there's a big disconnect. And Winnebago motorhomes, not towables, not Grand Design, Winnebago towable or Winnebago motorized always felt like it had a blank check to it. Like if you told them, I need 5 hours to do X, Y, Z, and D, they would pay the 5 hours. It's one of the reasons why Winnebago dealers didn't care if you bought somewhere else. I remember working at Giant RV. And at Giant RV, we were a Winnebago motorhome dealer. And they didn't care if you flew to Texas because you got a better price. They knew they could make a profit in service with Winnebago motorhomes by doing warranty work. So instead of, hell no, I'm not working on that because I'm just going to lose money in service doing that, it was like, come on in, folks. Big arms. The manufacturer is going to take care of us, so we'll work on it. But again, another reason why Winnebago motorhomes might be butt ugly, might be cookie cutter, but at the end of the day, for many decades, that was who you wanted to be a dealer for because of service, because it helped pay the bills. And it was the only manufacturer and only division of a manufacturer that really took care of their service departments. Okay. And I'm talking about on a daily basis. I'm not talking about, oh, hey, there's a frame problem, and we're desperate. So Mr. SRT team or Mr. Mobile Tech or Mr. Mobile Welder, we're kind of in a pinch. If we don't do this, we'll write whatever check you need us to write to fix it. I'm not talking about those situations. I'm talking about the day-to-day situations for a water pump going out. Well, I know you want 2 hours, and I know you got to go dig into it, but it only took my guy 10 minutes, so we'll pay you 10 minutes. And that is where the RV manufacturers need to have an internal conversation with themselves and start doing the right thing. Ooh, 2000 Monaco Windsor. Those are nice. So just to give you guys a grander perspective, again, I'm impressed. I'm excited for customers that are having major leak problems. It means they're going to be taken care of. I will update you if anything good happens or bad happens on that front. I see nothing but good things right now for Brinkley as far as getting that stuff. Do I still think they're overpriced for what they are? Absolutely. Do I think they have probably the best toy hauler lineup, specifically fifth wheel toy hauler lineup coming out of Indiana? Yes and no. I think they're either one or two. You can't beat Genesis Supreme. And Forest River might be making a catch up here with XLR, or at least the version of XLR they're going to come out with for 2027. From what I'm understanding, that might top the list of Indiana. But again, you cannot sit there, especially with their fifth wheel toy hauler lineup. There is just, it's like somebody had the West and East Coast. It's like somebody woke up and said, Indiana hates the West Coast when it comes to RVs. They only want to build for east of the Mississippi. And it's like whoever basically designed those fifth wheel toy haulers at Brinkley had everyone in mind. And I think at the end of the day, You might spend more money than you should, but if you got a Razor Pro R and you got the bucks to pay for a decent fifth wheel toy hauler, it's something you might want to look at. So that's it for today. Until